Alright, what's up? Welcome back to another Amazon tutorial video. So I apologize for the little ghetto setup, but I can't find my wireless microphones, so this is gonna have to do for now. Alright, so recently I had a subscriber comment on one of my videos wanting me to make a tutorial on how to send out a shipment. And making all these videos, I'm surprised I haven't made a single one about how to make a shipment. So I'm gonna make one now. So like I make all these videos on doing product research, but I never actually make one on how to send out a shipment. Alright, before we start, let's talk about all the materials you're going to need to get your first shipment out. Alright, so you will need some tape, some boxes, bubble wrap or packaging paper, scale or bathroom scale, a tape measure. If you don't have a tape measure, if you use the Walmart, Lowe's, or Home Depot shipping boxes, you may not even need a tape measure because the measurements are already on the boxes, so you would just need to input them into the computer. A inkjet printer, Avery 5160 labels. This is optional, but personally I don't recommend it because it's expensive and you don't get many labels. You can use the Avery 15265 shipping labels. Poly bags or shrink wrap depending on what you are selling. Warning stickers for your poly bags, but if you want to save money, you can just type out everything on a warning sticker and make it small enough and fit it onto the Avery 5160 labels for your ASINs. You're also going to need these sold as a set stickers if you don't have them. I don't have them on me right now, so I'm just going to pop up a picture of what it looks like. Again, if you want to save money, you can just type out sold as a set on the little Avery labels and just print them on there. I will also cover how to ship things from a thermal printer, but if this is your first shipment, I don't think you should be worried about getting a thermal printer or thinking about getting a thermal printer just yet. I think you should do about like 50 to 100 shipments before even thinking about getting one of these. But if you already have one, I will cover how to ship things from a Dymo label writer and a Dymo 4XL. Alright, so I'm also going to be doing everything on the Amazon platform. So I'm not going to be using any prep software or any of the listing softwares that you see or your other favorite YouTubers use. So this is just for everybody who's just now first starting and you haven't sent a single one in. Everything's going to be done on Amazon. Alright, so let's get ready to prep for products. So I don't have any inventory on me, so I'm gonna use these golf balls as an example, and also these teas and these 2 cans of Coke as an example. So let's go ahead and get started on what do we need to do. Alright, so for these 2 little golf balls, since it's gonna be sold as a set, this is just imaginary. Since it's gonna be sold as a set, I would probably poly bag it together. So what you want to do is just throw them both in a poly bag. I probably wouldn't saran wrap this because it would be kind of weird, but I would throw all this stuff in a poly bag. Go ahead and take this out. Oh, that's gonna be a little too small. But you put that here all together. Take one of your little warning stickers, put them on here, and then if you have the sold as a set sticker, you would put it right beside it. So that's ready to be sent in. It's prepped, so that's ready. Next, we're gonna go over how to do the Cokes, or let's pretend that this is let's pretend it's glass or something, or like a can of food. So with this, I probably would saran wrap it. If it was glass or ceramic, you're probably going to want to use bubble wrap. But I'm going to pretend that this is like a can of food. So what I'm probably going to do is put these both in saran wrap like this. Like that. I don't have any scissors on me, so I'm going to rip this. Right. So this is all wrapped up. Put that together. So this is kind of like moves a little bit, but I mean, if you want extra protection, you can just wrap this in bubble wrap or throw it in a poly bag and then kind of like make the poly bag tight and then just tape it, and then that will be ready. So I'll just throw a poly bag in it. I'll just throw it in a poly bag and then kind of do that. Go ahead and tape this like this, and then get you some tape. If I can find my tape. I'm probably gonna like fold this here, and then like tape it like this. Alright, so now it's somewhat tight, but that's all ready to be shipped, or it's all prepped so it's ready to be shipped. These, you can polybag these, but since it's kind of like in a plastic container, it's already open, but if it wasn't open, it's already kind of protected like plastic. I mean, you could throw it in a poly bag, it's fine, but having it like this is okay too. So I'm going to keep it like that, because if I was actually shipping this, I probably wouldn't poly bag this. So that's all prepped. And also, if you're selling clothes, you will always want to poly bag your clothes. I would never wrap it in shrink wrap or saran wrap. Alright, so let's get into starting your first shipment. So the first step that you want to do is make sure the ASIN that you're going to be selling or sending in is in your store. If you haven't done that yet, just hit these 3 bars at the top, like left, right next to the Amazon, where it says Amazon Seller Central. You're going to hit that, hit catalog, and then add products. And then once you do that, you get the ASIN that you want to add, paste it into here, click search, and let's pretend that this is what I wanted to sell. You're going to click here, click new, and then sell this product. And then it's going to open up another tab. So set your price that you're going to set at seller SKU. You can leave that blank, but if you want, you can fill that in. Just put anything you want. Like, for example, if it's like a replan or something, you could just put like replan and then put where the supplier is. So I'm just going to say, let's say Sam's Club. And then this is going to be replan replan Sam's Club 1. I didn't put club, I just put Sam's. Let's put club here. So that, and then if you find another replan, you can put replan, and if it's from Sam's Club, put Sam's Club 2. Price, let's put something random in here. Let's do $29.99. Next, make sure it's new, because it's going to be new. And then here, make sure you put Amazon will ship and provide customer service. That's FBA. If you click this one, that's FBM. And then next thing you want to do is click save and finish. There usually is a stock count here, but if there is a stock count, make sure you put it to 0, because you just want to make sure you add it to your store. I haven't added this ASIN to my store, so that's the reason. That's probably the reason why the stock count is not up. And then you're in this area, so click list as FBA, or if you're just now adding it, just click list as FBA, and you're not going to send it in. So it's the option to the left of that one. Okay, so here are all the products in my store. Alright. So now you have the product listed in your store. So the next thing you want to do, if you're still in this menu right here, the home screen, you're going to click the 3 bars again, and then for inventory, click manage all inventory. And then, so you haven't sent anything in on Amazon, so everything's going to be inactive. So you're going to go ahead and just, at the filters right here, just click the inactive spot. If the product isn't showing up, just give it some time, because sometimes it takes a while for the listing to be up in your store or inactive in your store. So just wait on that. Let's pretend that we waited and now the item is in our store. So next thing you want to do is go to these little boxes right here and find whatever you're going to send in. So since I have 3 products, I'm gonna put in 3. Let's put it in different things real quick, because I want to make sure I'll put one food item and then the other stuff will be normal. Okay, so I have 3 products selected. Let's go ahead and go on to the next thing. So once you select your products that you want to send in, you're going to go up to here where it says action on how much ever you selected. Click that and then click send and replenish inventory. So then it's going to pop up all the stuff that you want to send in. So you just click yes, continue. Alright, so now it's time to prep the stuff. So let's say this first one here is going to be the golf balls. So I had 1 unit. So we're going to put that in there. Second one is the teas. Let's pretend I had two of the teas. So there's going to be 2 units there. And then the Coke, let's say 3. Actually, I'm not going to put 3. Let's just put 1. Alright, and then since it's a food item, it's going to usually have an expire date. Let's pretend that the expire date is in January 2024 on the 10th. Alright, so now, since you already have the poly bag, like your product's already in the poly bag, you're going to click this area here at the top. I'll have it highlighted on here so you guys know that where I'm looking at. And then let me go ahead and restart this. So usually when you first click this, it's gonna look like this. What you want to do, since it's a set, you're just gonna click sold as set here, and then it's gonna ask if it's fragile. You just say no. If it is fragile, you click yeah, but it's not. And then you're gonna click save. And then we said I had 2 units of that. So yeah, usually you're gonna have to do that for all of these. It's gonna pop up that, but since I already added products that's already in my store, I already went through all of it. So next thing you're gonna do, once you have everything ready and you make sure everything is poly bagged, you're gonna click ready to pack. Oh, also too, since I didn't pack up the golf tees, if you're gonna do that, what you want to do is click no prep needed. So when you're back at this setting where last time I had sold as set because it was the 2 golf balls, you're gonna click no prep needed for an item that you don't think needs to be in a poly bag. But I already have it set here, so it's not letting me save it because I already set it for this. So click ready to pack there. Alright, so now you have everything ready to pack. It's time to print out the ASIN labels. So here, if you're using an inkjet printer, you're going to click standard format and then 30 up labels and then print all. And my printer's not hooked up, so I can't print this. But if you were to print it, you're going to put the labels like how you normally put a paper in. I think it's face down. And then it's going to print the labels. Actually, I'll print it real quick. I got to hook up the printer first. Alright, so for example, let's say you're using this inkjet printer. I think you put it downwards. So I'm going to put this downwards. Alright, so to close that, and then let's hit print on my computer. What does it say? Current tray. Also, make sure your printer is up to date, and the Dymo printers are going to be up to date. Make sure they're up to date too. But I'm going to head and click print and see if this thing comes out. Alright, so nothing happened. I guess my thing is not up to date. Alright, so I think I know what the issue was. I didn't have my printer connected to the Wi-Fi. Alright, so that fell out. Alright. So now here are the labels. So now you are going to be putting them on your products. So let's pretend that this doesn't say command indoor, outdoor, whatever this is. Let's pretend that this says 2 golf balls, plastic golf balls. So you're gonna stick it on like that. And then for this one, this can here, just gonna stick it anywhere here. Also, you're gonna need to put the warning sticker thing on here. And then for this one, what you want to do, if you don't have a poly bag or anything, find where the UPC is and just go over it with your ASIN. And then that's ready. Also, this is what I was talking about, where if you wanted to save some money, you can just type out everything that says, like the suffocation warning label stuff that this says, and just put it all on a ASIN label. Same thing with the sold as a set. You can put the same thing here and then just print it out. Alright, so we're back in the computer. So if you are using a Dymo, this is what you're going to do. You're going to hit the print button. Make sure your Dymo 4XL is selected. And then for paper size, go to the 3033 or 30334. Both of these work. And then you can click fit to printable area or fit to paper, it doesn't matter. And then you can click print. And then it's going to print out your labels. Let me switch over to the video real quick. Alright, so this is how it's going to print your labels on the little Dymo. And then I'll show you what happens if you don't. Like if you select the wrong thing, this is what it's going to look like. So let's say the first one was the address one. It will come out like this. Like all messed up like that. So you make sure you get it selected the number I told you to select. So it doesn't look like this. Now we are back in the computer. Let's say that we already printed out all the labels and we stuck them onto the products. Next thing you're going to do is pack individual units. And then I'm going to do an example of, say like we have 2 different boxes and like all of this stuff doesn't fit. So we're going to click multiple boxes will be needed. If everything can fit in one box, you're going to put everything will fit in one box. But for this example, I'm going to put multiple boxes because there's a menu that you're going to have to figure out how to fill out. So let's say we're going to need 2 boxes where it says how many boxes you're going to need. You're going to put 2 here. And then open up web form. Alright, so here, okay, so I have 2 boxes. We're going to say this box is 12 by 12 by 12. And then the only thing that can fit in this one box is going to be this first one. So here it says 0 out of 2. We can only fit all of that in this one box. We're going to put 2 units here. And then for the other ones, we're going to put 0 because we can't fit it in the box. And for the scale, let's just say my box weighs 20 pounds. If you don't have a scale, what you can use is a bathroom scale. What you do is you stand on it, get your weight, and then hold your box and stand on the scale again, and then just subtract the 2 numbers that you get. And you'll get a pretty close estimate of what the box will weigh. So after you do that, once you get your box weight, make sure you click this box right here. And then let's say the next box isn't the same measurement. So let's say this one is 14 by 12 by 14. So then you would click this one here, this other box. And then let's say that this one is already, all of these units are in this box. So you're going to put 0 here. and then everything else can fit in the other box. So you put one here because we only have one, and then one here, and then make sure you click this square because this will show that it's this box. But let's say, for example, you only have one size box, so you can just remove this box and click this box here, and that'll show that this is the same box and all the units here are in this box. And let's say this one weighs 30 pounds. So after you got all that, let's go to, you're going to click confirm packing information. And then confirm and continue. And then wait for everything to load. So this has all my address here. All this stuff is going to be blurred out. So let's say if I was going to ship this out, I was going to ship this on a Tuesday. No, actually, let's do Wednesday because I'm going to cancel this shipment. So whatever day you're going to ship it out, make sure you put on the right date and make sure you ship out on that date. It's going to show you the amount of how much it costs. I usually would use UPS because you get discounted rates because Amazon is partnered with them, I think. But I mean, if you don't want to use UPS, you just click the other carrier and then select what other carrier you're going to use. Personally, I would try to use UPS if you can. So then once you got that, all this stuff figured out here, like whatever carrier you're going to use, you're going to click accept charges and confirm shipping. And then you should be ready to get your labels printed. Or this thing would not take forever. Alright, so now the labels are ready to get printed. Alright, so if you're using a thermal printer, you can just select 8.5 by 5 by 5. Click print. Make sure your printer is selected. This is going to be all blanked out because it's showing my address and stuff. But you just click print. And it's printing now. I will switch over to the camera and show you it. Alright, so here's what the label is going to look like. You're going to need both of these. So if you want to cut this in half and like put them in different places, that's fine. But just make sure that both of these are on the boxes and they're able to be scanned. So this one on the left is the label for UPS. And this one is going to be for when it reaches the Amazon warehouse, they're going to scan that so they know what's in the box. Make sure the right box goes to the right paper goes to the right box. Because if you get this mixed up, Amazon is going to fine you. Because I messed it up one time and they charged me a fee. I don't remember how much the fee was. But yeah, they gave me a warning. And then they told me if I do it again, then I could potentially get suspended. So make sure the box goes to the right one. So this one is the one that has the golf ball. So this is the 20-pound one. And then this one that I said it was going to be 30 pounds. And it has both of the stuff in here. That's going to be 30 pounds. So I would close this up, tape it, and then tape the labels on. Oh yeah, so I also forgot to mention that when you're packing your things in, you kind of see how there's all this open area here. This is when you're going to use your little bubble mailers or packaging paper if you have it. So since I don't have any bubble mailers, I would just be using packaging paper. And you just want to like put it all in the open space so that your products are not moving around during shipment and getting damaged. So now this is all like packed in, so this thing moves around. These boxes are not going anywhere and they're not hitting the side of the boxes. Alright, so here are the different ways that you can put the label on the box. So you can just do it this way and just tape the whole sheet on here, or you could do it this way where I cut the paper in half and put the UPS label here on this side, and then I put the Amazon label on that side. But yeah, so now I'm gonna cover over how to use your Dymo 4XL to print out these labels. Alright, so now we're back in the computer. So if you're using a Dymo label writer 4XL, make sure your destination is that printer. And then for paper size, make sure you go all the way down to the 174490 and then 4 inches by 6 inches. Also make sure your labels are 4 inch by 6. And then it should come up like that, and then you click print. And it's printing the label now, but I don't have the video up to show you it printing. But I'll switch over to the video and show you what it looks like. So here's what the labels look like on the Dymo 4XL. So what's nice about these is it's already, you don't have to tape it down, so you just like grab it and just slap it onto the box. So that's the Amazon label. And then here's the UPS label, you just slap that on there. And then they just scan that. Slap that label on there. And then put that one on there. Make sure you're going to put it on nicely. I just did that quickly to show you how fast having one of the Dymos are. So yeah, now after you have all these labels on, you just take your box to the UPS store or call up a UPS pickup at your house. If you're new and you're doing your first shipment, I wouldn't call a UPS pickup at your house because it's going to be a waste of money, because I think those are like $15. Could be more, I don't remember. But yeah, so when you take it to the UPS store, they're going to ask you if you want a receipt. You tell them yes or no if you want a receipt, or you can just go in there and just drop it off and just walk out. Make sure you tell them that you're dropping it off and the labels are already on there. Yeah, so that's it. If you enjoyed this video or learned anything, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for me. And I'll see you in the next video.